Hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Gimme a Whole Year Wrestling Podcast. I'm Ant, and today I want to talk a little bit about Orange Cassidy. When he was announced for AEW, there was a lot of speculation on how they were going to use the character. We've sort of seen AEW grow a lot, and I just want to talk a little bit about how AEW has been using Orange Cassidy and whether I think it's been done well or not. AEW have really used Orange Cassidy sparingly. He might come out every week, but what he does is one spot as opposed to putting him in matches straight away or anything like that, where he's going to do sort of a 17-minute match, which do exist. You can see them on YouTube, you know, against like Sue Young, Gentleman Jarvis, David Starr. Like the Gentleman Jarvis one, which is a great match, a really funny match, is like 17 minutes long, so he can go at it in the ring. What AEW have done is give the fans just enough of Orange Cassidy to keep him interesting, and so that every time we see him, we pop when he does his little moment. If you don't know who Orange Cassidy is, he's a wrestler whose gimmick is basically to put as little effort as possible in the matches, or to at least make it look like he is putting as little effort as possible. Normally putting his hands in his pockets for over-the-top rope dives, or hands in his pockets for his super kicks, which end up being little taps on the legs. Tommy Dreamer sold it great at the Battle Royale at Double or Nothing, I think that was. He was actually trained by Chris Hero, was one of his trainers, which is Cassidy in WWE, which I found quite interesting. And in AEW, he's sort of I'm so glad that they put him with someone as opposed to putting him by himself and just having him come out by himself all the time, because I think that's the right thing. He's almost the silent third member of the Best Friends, which is Chuck Taylor and Beretta Trent. I think that's the perfect role for him. I actually think they've done such a good job with Orange Cassidy in just giving us these little bits. Like, if you go onto YouTube and watch his matches, he can put on these awesome matches, but he's not been overexposed. And I feel like if WWE, for example, and we compare him because they're two different brands that are fighting against each other at the minute, I feel like he would have been overexposed. They would have put him out there, tried to get him out there as much as possible, sell as many t-shirts. Actually, what they've done is give us little bits of him. We've not seen a lot of difference, but actually that's been great. He's also played a big part in some of the matches. There was one of the matches at the Battle Royale recently for the #1 title, tag team contenders for Revolution. He ended up not being able to save Chuck, I think it was, who was coming off the ropes after being able to save him once because he was taken out. So he is playing a part in the matches. We all know who Orange Cassidy is, and we all pop for him when we see him, but they're just giving us enough of him, and I think that's great. In the future, I'd like to see more of Orange Cassidy, but I don't want it to be rushed. Like, if this is to happen over the next 2 years, that's absolutely fine. But there is one match which I think will be outstanding, and I think that the two of them working together will do so much good storytelling and probably have such a good time with it that it'd be a match that I'd be really excited to see. If this was announced as a match that was happening in 3 weeks' time, because AEW know how to promote things, I would be excited as all hell for it. And that'd be Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho. Like, it's not a match that is any threat to Jericho's title or Jericho losing. We know who's going to win that match. But Jericho, I think, could sell the frustration of not being able to get hold of Orange Cassidy, whether he's doing the kip-ups or whether he's doing the small kicks, and selling that frustration. I think that would be a really exciting and fun match that I couldn't wait to see. And hopefully, at some point, when Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy are in AEW, we will get to see it, because I think that them two together would put on an awesome match. So that's sort of my thoughts on Orange Cassidy. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts, so write them down in the comments below. Please go ahead and like us on social media. We do loads of videos like this. We also do longer form Wrestling Rewind reviews and stuff like that on the channel. So please hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up. It really helps our little channel grow. And let's start a conversation. You know, write down below, comment, and we'll try and get back to you. Let us also know what other videos you want to see where we just give a little opinion on something. And we've also got, generally when a new pay-per-view is coming out, we'll do a predictions video because they're nice and easy to do. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I want to know your thoughts on Orange Cassidy, and until next time, keep it GAHY. Gay.